This is our hotel management software. It's basically Adinkra hospitality suite. It comprises of hotel management, restaurants, and a whole lot. So this is how we go in. To go into it, you can have a staff card where you scan through the barcode and to go, or you enter your PIN here like this on the screen. If you are using a touch screen, there will be a button. So you enter your PIN that you have. If not, another way to do this is to use the username and then the password, and when you finish you press enter. So there's three ways: enter PIN, scan your barcode, that's your staff card, or use the username and password to go in. For now, I will use my PIN to go into the software. So I've entered my PIN. There are two modules. Depending on your privilege, that's what you will access. If you are to go straight to the front desk module where you have the hotel street, it is there. I've logged in. If you look down there, you can see over here system administrator. My privilege is 1. So we go further. So with this, we'll come back. I'll tell you more of the softwares. We have various reports that, as you can see in there, a little bit. It's not full accounting, but we take notice other reports, managing your products that you sell in there for the restaurants and other stuff. So I'll take you straight to the hotel side, which we are mainly interested in. So this is the front office or front decks. Front decks have access to this interface. So when you come down here, this is the first button which we are concentrating on is hotel front office. So you click on the front office, it loads into your tray. So depending on your screen, if you have a wider screen, it shows a whole lot. So as you can see, you have various colors and various buttons. In the tray down here are the list of your room and their current states. So if you see the blue line, it means the room is occupied, somebody is in. And then when you look at the purple or the violet line, which is here, it means the room has been reserved for someone. When it's green, it means it's vacant clean. That means they have cleaned it up, ready to sell to a guest. And then the white highlighted area means this is on the house account. If probably a manager or something is passing the night and they have to stay without paying, we put it on the house account, so it cannot be sold to anybody. Okay, so green, we spoke about it already. And then we have the brown, which means vacant dirty. If someone immediately check out, the room status become vacant dirty. It means housekeepers have to go and then clean up the room, report back to the front office or whoever is in charge, their manager, so that the room will be set to vacant clean, ready to be served to customers. Until then, it is on vacant dirty. So we have various status that you can put the rooms in. You see also red. When it's red, it means the room is out of order. Okay, so in basic term, you can see the room number, room type, rate, the room status, bed type in it, the location. If you have various location in the area, you can have a description, the amenities in the room, the number of adults allowed, number of kids allowed, extra room. If you charge extra adults, you indicate it. Folio number is the transaction number for the guest, and then the date the person check-in, and then the date is expected to check out also there. Okay, now let's move to the top buttons. The top buttons, first one is booking, reservation, and cancellation. The second one, this is where when people want to make reservation, or you are booking foreigners, local people who call to make reservation, or you want to cancel a reservation that has been made, you use this side. Then check in and change room. Over here too, you can change room. If someone reserve a room, or you reserve a room for someone, or you book in someone and the person is ready to check in, you go to this button to check the person in. If the person doesn't like the room you are giving to him, after showing him already checking, you can change the room through here. And then the button next to it is checkout. You check everyone who is going out from here. Okay, and then you hear visitors. You record visitors' information, whether for the guest, for the guest or a hotel manager or someone. You record it here, and it takes the full important details. Maintenance assessment. Um, Things get broken all the time. Pipe got broken, toilet seat and all that. As and when maintenance officer or the housekeeper goes to the room or go around and see broken stuff or things that need to be fixed, they have to report it, and then the progressive report will be done on it as and when it's being fixed or it's not being fixed, who fixed it, what item was used to fix, what was requested, what was probably the cost of it, so we can have proper history of what is happening. So that's maintenance and assessment. And then we have what we call the change room status. After that's like, if you see the brown line, which is vacant, dirty, when the person is done, the housekeeper is done cleaning the room, you come to change room status and then you change it to vacant clean. The same way, when the room is out of order and it's now fixed, you come there and then set it to vacant clean or vacant dirty. Just change the room status on so vital. Then the next one is the venue reservation. That means all your venues. If you are renting event space, banquet hall, conference hall, the grounds for wedding and other stuff. This is property reservation management. That means the venue used to register people who want to book the place and all that, to have their programs, the poolside, the restaurant, whatever. You use this one. Then last on the top list is the laundry management. This is basically where we do, you register all laundry services. You can do for the guest, in-house guests, and also you can do for the general public. It's a service. It gives reports and receipts to anybody who comes in, or you can put it in the guest or room account for a guest. Then we start with the second line. The second line, we say local and short stay booking. This one was a special request that was made out of the ordinary, and it's the top one, which is booking, reservation, and cancellation. The top process is mostly used for foreign nationals, which the tourist board and the immigration service, as well as the national security, require more information on them. So over there it requires more information. However, if it's a local person or someone who is in to spend like 30 minutes or 2 hours per hour conference or meet people, that one you don't necessarily need to go through the hassle of carrying all the plenty information you need on the foreign national. So use the local booking. The next button is what we call the arrival, guest, and departure list. Arrival list basically is list of people you are expecting for the day, those who have made reservations and they are expecting for the day. Guest list are the people who are in-house. The guest list helps us to know, the housekeepers to know which rooms to clean up. It helps the restaurants to also know which people they are to serve breakfast. And the departure list are the people who are to check out today. Okay. Then the amazing button you have there is the restaurant POS. It's an inbuilt. That's where you sell food, and the POS for the bar and the restaurants. That's where it lasts. And the last button will be lost and found button. We'll come to all these things one by one. But to start with, I will give you a tour further down. I will start with the down one, which starts with the local and short stay. Most people who come to stay locally, like I said, you don't need much information about them. Some places which are the low stars, like the budgeted and the 1 star and the 2 star, sometimes they don't even take a full detail of the people. So, and we didn't want them to go through the hassle of going through all those information when they are not going to use. So we created another window for them to work with, which is called walk-in reservation or the local and short stay. If you want to start with, it's simple. You click on add new booking, and then it will activate the page. it generates the folio number, which is the transaction number or the confirmation number. Then you put in the first name, the last name, the phone number. Then you choose gender. The ID number, expiry date may be optional. Some people don't want to give it out. Even some people don't want to give their name, especially those coming for short stay. So we also created a nice button up there, what the system used to generate a short stay. So it just, instead of first name and last name, it indicates the customer and then the customer number. But when you don't need it, you just uncheck it and you put in the proper one. So filling in the first name, last name, phone number, gender, ID type and all that, if it's available, you come to the next one. If it's a walk-in person, you just indicate walk-in. And then that's the source of business. If it's coming from an agency or booked online or reserved online telephone, you indicate which one he's done. And then over here, the next one is the number of rooms you have. All the rooms have their details already in it. So when you select the room which is available, it just loads the 1 day. So like you can see that today is 5th, so it did it 5th to 6th, and it's 1 day, and the rate is 250. You can add more days by changing the date or just increasing the days you have here. So as I've increased 3 days, so it will be on the 8th, and then the rate remains the same, but the price, the room cost has increased. Then down here you see subtotal. Because the room is tax inclusive, which we also work with the GRA and the tourist board and everybody. They've confirmed that our rates are correct, so our system is okay to be used. No need using their book. So out of the 750, the actual cost of the room is that, and then the tax on it is that. If the 750, you want to give a discount on it, maybe 50 cedi discount, you can put a discount in amount or percentage. So I'll put it in amount. So you click it, highlights, and then you enter the amount, so 50 cedis. So as you can see, from 750 up here, it is now, the balance left is 700. So if the person is paying to check in, you hit and then you enter 700, the balance now becomes 0, and then you hit check in and then you say yes, and then yeah, so now the room will be checked in. And then if you have your receipt printer, the system will load for the receipt printer to print. So this is how the data on the receipt printer will look like. I'm going to enlarge it so that we can properly look at it and see the attributes and things on it. So I'm just enlarging it, so it will take a little time. So let's look at how it prints on the small receipt printer, so you don't worry. It's a walk-in. You don't need to do it shows your hotel details and that. I didn't enter any guest name and stuff, but the room number, it tells you 103, that room 3 days, discount was 50 cedis, so the amount was that, the taxable amount was that, then it calculates the VAT rates and all that, and then you are good to go. So 700 has been paid and you are done. So with this you can just print and you are done. Okay, so as you can see here, the standard room has been booked. If you want to check the person out, let me take for instance this person, Princess Frema, has been in the system since you booked the room. It's still checking. When the status is checking, it means the person is still in. So Frema booked the hotel from 17th November to 18th November. Though it was 250. To date, he still hasn't been checked out. So we need to check the person out. So when we try checking, double clicking to load the details to check the person out, it say what? Guest has stayed beyond checkout date. Please update the checkout date and try again. So when you click this, the system will automatically adjust the date to from the first day 17th to now 5th, and it's telling that the person is still staying 18 days, so the total amount and everything is there. You have to pay this, else you cannot check the person out. So you say unable to save, please complete all necessary field, make remaining balance, make sure remaining balance has been paid, then try again. So the person still owe 4,000. Now if you raise a question of maybe the person, it was an oversight, so what do? You call the manager to come and adjust the dates to the right dates and put it, else this amount have to be paid, 4,200 and 4,000. Okay, let's take 4,500. That's the total amount there. Okay. 4,250. That's what we have to pay. So I click there, enter 4,250. Now balance is 0. So with this, I can check the person out, and then I'll get my new receipts. So, which is, so thank you for checking the person out. Okay, so my new receipt will be available, which I don't really. Let me do page width. And then anytime you want to print a copy of the receipt, is there. You can always go back and print a copy of the receipt for the person. So if I want to print a copy of the receipt, I go down there, look for Princess Framer. That's Princess Framer, and then I just load, and then it loads the amount and all that again. So as you can see, we have Princess Framer. The checking dates has been adjusted and all that, blah 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 blah. Is done. Total 4,500 has been paid for. So we are done. It can be modified down here. When you hit, you can modify it. So that's the basic detail. Later you can, if the person came with an accompanying person, you can click a button and then you enter the accompanying person's name. And then if you need to take the ID, make a scan of the ID, photocopy and other stuff, you can also do that. Okay, so we go back. That is for the local one. Now let's look at something like the foreign national booking. It can also be used for the local reservation and all that. But I mean, if you want to use this for the local reservation, the same. You look at those with the yellow highlighted buttons. I mean, area, you can fill that for the locals, and then you can proceed further. So I'm doing example. I have Tez. Teresa. Okay, so Tez is the last name. Ekia is the second name, and then I choose gender, date of birth. Let me just pick any dates like that. Address, I'll put the address, the phone number, so the phone number has been provided, email address, test@email.com. Country of origin. If it's a foreign national, the country of origin, as it's required by the tourist board, is the last country the person is coming from. If he's from America and he went to Dubai and is coming from Dubai to Ghana, the last place he's originating from is Dubai or United Arab Emirates. So you look for United Arab Emirates and then you put it up in there. United. Okay, I'm going to choose something like an Afghanistan. It's there. I don't want to go through the list. So And then if it's coming through an agency, we register all our agencies. So you first need to register the agencies, and then the name of the agency will appear in the list down there. My hand is better. Down there, then you choose the agency, but now there's no agency. It's not even coming from an agency, it's personally coming in. Then nationality is American. He went to Afghanistan, came to Ghana, so he's still American, so you choose America here. The type of ID is coming with. You can add the type of ID, you can add different types. You want the national ID, voters ID, whatever it is, you can add it. So now maybe you came with a passport, so you choose passport, and then the passport number, the dates, expiry dates, and then the place of issue. If you came with a car, record the car details. Then you come to the next line, which is up there. You choose a room. I want to first room number that it's going to stay for a week, so we choose 7 days or 7 days. So the rate is that 2 people are allowed. Maybe you came with a husband and wife, so we leave it like that. So there's 7 days, and then it's expected to check in at 2 p.m. So 2 p.m. So check-in time is 2 p.m. Checked in, okay. Then we come further down there to indicate if it is 750. Maybe you are giving him a discount of 100 cedis. So I give him 100 cedi discount. So now the total is supposed to pay is that, and then you go ahead and then you say what, maybe he's going to pay 5,000 Ghana first, then when he comes pay the rest, so 1,000 Ghana. So the balance got left is this one, and the conversion for dollar is there. You can change your dollar rate and everything, set it up yourself, so you don't have anything. Maybe you reserved online with the card, so we do that. Then you hit here. Are you sure you want to save this reservation? We go. Then I told you additional information for foreign national. So if you have worked with the tourist board, if you take their form, you see additional information like the marital status of the person, the purpose of visiting to the country. All these things, you have to feed them at the back end yourself. We have added some, but you can add the rest. The mode of travel, we've added it. You can always add yours. Then we have the type of the occupation of the person, date of arrival into the country. The day you arrive in the country, the date is expected to depart. And then further down there, you click here and add a copy of photo and ID. And then in this thing below down here, maybe you came with a husband. So your husband is Eben, or a husband and a child. We also need information on such people. The husband is called Eben Ofori, so it's a full name. Eben Ofori. And then we go further. You select all those things, male, date of birth, all that. If you want additional room for them under the same person's account, you use this side, select the room, and then the date and the conditions will come. If they are expecting pickup, you go there. I want to be picked up. You indicate the date and the time for the pickup, and then the location, maybe Kotoka International Airport or Temahabo, wherever the person is coming from, and then you indicate the charges for the pickup, if there is any, or any additional charge that's involved in this booking. If not, you cancel. I'm a local guy, so I don't need any pickup, so I just hit back. Then the next page, your confirmation comes. If the confirmation comes, this is confirmation of reservation. Just like you go and reserve, the terms and conditions for staying in the hotel, everything is on it. So booking or reservation confirmation, follow number that, it was online source. It tells you everything, also break down the tax rates. When you come to the bottom, as you can see, it talks about the left hand side are the conditions. This also, you set them up yourself. You put your own conditions. and then on the right is the breakdown of the sales and everything, and then the conversion into any major currency that you work with. Then you sign down there, and that. So confirmation, and then up here you can send a confirmation by email also to the person. The person's email has been loaded, so if you want to send an email copy, just hit send email, send to email, and then it will go. Once you have internet, it will go. Okay. So, and you can still reprint it anytime. I spoke of the departure list. This one, this is where you can get the list of all the your arrival list, the people you are expecting today. If there's anybody we are expecting today, they should come up in the list. Oh, we are expecting a queer test today because he just checked in today, so we are expecting the person. Okay, that's good. Further down. Okay. So we've spoken about that. Here is the POS side where we sell food. So let's see how the food and drinks are sold. This is the bar window where food and drinks are sold. So I'm going in with my pin, right pin, it loads. If you check here, we have wine and champagne with their subcategory white wine. So I want white wine. It's red. It's red means out of stock, so I can't sell anything. I can't sell. And then we have the soft drink. Let me see if you have any. Oh yeah, we have soft drink. So I want 2 bottles of Alvaro, 2 bottles. You double click Kaka, 2. One Sprite. I have one Sprite. Good. And I want to put it under a room number. Now I think there's somebody room 102 or 101. So room 101. No, I don't want room 101. I think room 102. Okay, so I don't have it. So I'll still use room 101. So whichever room number you are issuing the item to, you put the room number there. 101 again. So HA and H, that's the name of the person in the room, because it was an example. Then you come here, I want club beer, so I choose club beer. I want 2 shots of whiskey, any whiskey. So let me see what we have in whiskey. Oh, we have Jack Daniels. So I hit here, it tells me whether I want glass or shot or bottle. So I want a shot. So 1, 2. Remember, we did that. Then maybe I want some food. So you go to food side. Oh, I want some grills. Let me see what you have on the grills. Yes. I have lamb chops, so I choose 1 lamb chops with 70 cedi. Wow, it's quite expensive. And then mixtures, cocktail. So cocktail 2. I want class something and that signature. What signature cocktails do you have? Craftsman. Good. One bottle. Oh, Craftsman has not been priced, so it's not. So I want to void it before I even issue order. Let me say wrong entry because it's not correct, so it's been reversed. I don't know which other one. Okay, let's see. PC. Yeah, that's 35. I prefer that one. And then this is a swimming pool. Okay, no swimming pool, so I can give. You can print a bill or you hold the order. I'll take you more into this, or make payment. So here, this button is to split the bill. If you think at the end of the day, if you open the tab, like maybe instead of printing bill, I won't print the bill. I'm holding the bill, right? So I come in back. I want to add something to the bill. So I opened, check which one it is. I think it's this one. So when I load, I go straight in there. Yes, that's my bill. Then I add maybe club beer. Do we have club beer? Yeah, one club beer. Okay. I printed a bill to the customer. Was there club beer? Okay, so I've added 1 more club beer. There was 1 in it already, so I added 1. It's down 2. Now I printed a bill to the customer. They were 2. They say I should split it. So I'll come here. If I should split it, I'll come here like this. Then they say I should move the club beer to the other person. 1 is alcoholic, 1 is not alcoholic, so he doesn't drink alcohol. So I'll move this one also to that person. Good. And I leave this ones. So with this ones, if you want to split these bills, this bill will become the new bill, and the old bill, and then a new bill. So you say split, and the system will split it, which I am not going to do that now. So I just hold in. Then if I also want to make payment, you just hit here. there are payment options. If it's a Visa card, you click here and then you choose a Visa card. If it's mobile money, you hit here and enter the last 4 digits. So like here, Visa card, you enter the last 4 digits of the Visa card, just like it will appear on the Visa or POS machine receipts, the last 4 digits, so that you can reconcile with the bank. The mobile money too, the same. You enter the description, like order number, and then maybe the transaction ID or reference number you use, or the phone number of the person, and then you choose entry voucher. When you are charging at the gate and you put value on the gate receipt, they can use to redeem or buy something at the bar or the restaurant. Gift card, if you issue people gift cards, they can also use to buy something. Then you can sell by cash by just entering the cash amount, maybe 200, and then it tell you have a change paid. Okay, so I need to just clear this because I'm not going to use that. Go back again. The membership card and staff bonus card you can use, so, and you can also split the bill. Maybe you want to pay mobile money, it is 707. So mobile, first option you choose, I will pay cash of 100 cedis. I don't know why my button, well, okay, you can split. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So, sorry. So you can split by cash, maybe hundreds. I pay 100 cedis by cash. Okay, and the rest I'll pay with mobile money. So I hit here mobile money. So there's 100 cedi here and then mobile money there. So I just go there and then apply. So down there it's giving me the total, and then I'll make payments to do that. Okay, so this is what we have. We'll talk more about it once we meet. We'll talk more about it later. Okay, so I have to hold this order and then I can close and get back to my hotel view. Boom. So we'll end